Things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. My company is Crystal Edge Technology Screens. We're going to talk about dedicated theater room setups. We did one on basically on how much harmful light is splashing around in your environment when using a silver, gray, white, or white screen. We don't have a white screen here to begin with, to tell you the truth. We actually just have silver, gray, and gray. All right, so I just want to show you that even with a gray screen, people think, okay, if I got a white screen, it's an automatic given, it's going to happen. But even with a gray screen, even with a silver screen, you're going to have that problem. We're also too going to get into these gray screen paint mixes, these darker mixes. At the end of the day, these are screens that claim to be gunmetal, not even close to gunmetal whatsoever. That's something else we're going to talk about, another topic on people that are making these great products, claiming them to be gunmetal. They're not gunmetal screens at the end of the day. We're going to test these screens against actual gunmetal certified screens to see if these screens are producing on the same level as a certified gunmetal screen or better. All right, but that's going to be for another segment. We're going to be making some great products today, some dark gray screen paint products. Now, one of the things you're going to notice before we get into this, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen when we make these dark products. The reason why it's better off for them to stick with the lighter products that they have here, because the minute you start putting too much black paint into this, your white levels are going to drop, images are going to become dirty, and I'm going to show you what's going to happen after we make a couple of these darker mixes at the end of the day, especially the UV, which we will be having up on display to show you at the end of the day what you are going to actually get. Now, let's talk about color. Now, keep in mind, if you're in the dark, most people expect to be able to pull a better image in the dark, especially for those who have dedicated theater room setup. I got to add more to the caption, starting to get a chance to add what I want to put in there. You only get so many letters. I don't know why they do it that way. But I'm going to show you that even in the dark, at 4,300 lumens, that's why they're using the big projectors, the 4,300 lumen big board projectors. It just shows you at the end of the day, if this bad boy doesn't pick up in here, we're going to have the same problems. At the end of the day, can't wait to get the P2 in here. So once we get that in here, it's just going to be an eye-opener to show you that even if you got a high-end projector, you still can't pick it up. But let's show you what we're going to get here. And over top, motorized projection screen, we have Black Phantom technology. Over here, we have several screen paint mixers. I'll show you what we have up here. Now, keep in mind, I want anybody to think, oh, we're just going at the crow. We know we got everybody up here. Pretty soon, we're going to have Party up here soon. I got a friend of mine I'm talking to right now. He is making some purchases on the site. So let's see what happens. All right, so we have over here, this is the, what was this? The Hobby Paint. This is the one we got for 97 cents. For every 2 ounces, we got to add that up, how that equals to 32 ounces, which will do 100 on our screen. Right here, we have Crow's Metallica Mix right here. Over here in this nice shiny silver. This right here is the Digital One Crystal Screen Paint. This is the Elite. This is the last one we made. The one I showed you has a silver base. That's that one right there. Over here, we have the Crow's Personal Mix right here. This is the mixture. This is the one we mixed the white powder in. We put it in with the, what's the name with it? We just call it the mixture. This is the one that has the Sherwin-Williams and it has the Hobby Paint all combined in one. The large screen you're seeing here at the bottom, all in this section right here, right there. That right there is Sherwin-Williams. This strip right down the middle is the Hobby Paint. So you can see it different right there. And then this right here is the mixture we made. Got a little bit of everything. Everybody's up there. To show you at the end of the day, it's all going to react the same way. Now, as you can see, if you're looking at the Elite version of the Digital One, it is picking up a much higher level, white level. But again, at the end of the day, like I said, the colors are, you know what I mean, going to this, that, and the other. White levels on this one are going to be more superior. Contrast is going to be lower. That's how it works. When you're mixing these black and white products, whether the base be silver, whether the base be everyday paint, it's all going to be the same thing. All right, so let's see what happens when we bring our black technology down. How much is going to change. Now, for those who've been asking about motorized projection screens, can we paint the product? This is what we're using in the demonstration. It is a $68 cheap motorized projection screen in the demonstration to show you that you can paint it on just about anything you want, even a cheap motorized screen, and still go up and down all day long and not worry about your motor burning out. Because I'm pretty sure most people that are using motorized projection screens are not opening up and closing their motorized projection screens as much as I'm doing in these demonstrations. So there you go. That's blue right there. That's what you're supposed to be picking up. My projector in the demonstration is uncalibrated. Of calibrated projectors due to the fact that you are basically not doing a proper and fair demonstration. What about the customer who's not calibrated at the end of the day? What about the customer who doesn't choose to calibrate at the end of the day? I mean, you're telling him at the end of the day, well, in order to get this picture quality, you're going to have to calibrate your projector. I said have to calibrate your projector. That's why you want to keep everything in a neutral zone. No calibrated projectors, none of that nonsense at the end of the day. All right? All right, so as you can see, yeah, we ain't doing too well, is it? Let's go over and let's switch over to red. Maybe we can pick red up. Red screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
Now the reason why I do the solid colors first, most people will start off with these pretty splashes of 4K demonstrations. I don't believe in doing that. I do the solid colors first because you need to know if red is coming out your projector, how's your projector perceive red, blue, green, solid colors only, so you can see exactly what you need to see instead of it being all blended in with a bunch of colors. You can't tell where it ends and where it begins. All right, let's start off with some nice red. See what we get here. All right, that's red on our technology right there. Let's bring it up, see what you're going to get from the Gray Screen Paint products. Now, if you do some research on Christie's has something called liquid crystals, and man, they produce amazing colors. But it's not going to pick up on this at all, period. Now, as you're seeing these products up here, you'll see that, let's talk about price. How much money are you going to pay out for these great products? All right, we got the Sherwin-Williams here at the bottom. That's $24 a gallon. We have the mixture, which is part half and half. That's around, let's see, 97 cents altogether. You can about about $3 for the hobby paint, including that with the 24 or 27 bucks. That's when the cost for that. I would actually put 4 of those for each quart. I would do that. If you're going to do 2 ounces, or actually about, 2 ounces, I would put 2 ounces per quart if you're going to do a gallon and mix that in the Sherwin-Williams if you're doing it by the gallon. You got to break it up in 4s. That's how you do it, people. All right, over here we have the Crow's Personal Mix. That's going to cost you $80 to $89. And if you're buying it from overseas, the shipping charge is going to be a $70 surcharge from the door. You're better off just going to the Home Depot in your local area where you're at, where country you're at, or Benjamin Moore if you have it there, and just buy it over there. It's going to be cheaper. You're talking about $80. You're talking about $24 a gallon here at the bottom. Now, for those you don't like this, I'm sorry, but it's the truth. It is what it is, okay? You're going to have to deal with it. I get some people get a little upset over this. It is what it is. I don't know why you're getting mad at me at the end of the day. I didn't sell it to you. All right, over here, we have Crow's Personal Mix right here. Now, the Personal Mix, like I said, $80 to $89. If you buy it overseas, it's a $70 surcharge. You think I'm joking? Go to the website, look for yourself, do your research. We don't charge. We ship over the world for free. I'm shipping to Ireland this week. We ship anywhere in the world for free. I figure if a customer's coming and spending money on my product, why not ship it for free? That's how I work. All right. Over here we have the, this is the hobby paint. That is around 97 cents for every 2 ounces. It's 32 ounces to make a quart. Add it up. It's a lot cheaper than 80 to 90. 80 to 89. Sorry about that. This right here is the Digimon Crystal Screen Paint. This is the last one we made. We call it the Elite version, the last version of it. This one right here is $40 a gallon to make. Over here we have Crow's Metallica Mix. This one over here would cost you $80, $89. Again, overseas shipping charge. When you buy this on the website, 70 bucks. Over here, this is the hobby paint. Basic hobby paint only, no mixture, nothing in it. This one right here would cost you, again, you have to add it up at $2 an ounce. No, 97 cents an ounce. You add it up. Remember, it's 32 or 48 ounces everywhere you want to go with it. Now, the bottom of this, we have that mixture gray paint that we made that had the white powder in it. That's the mixture. This is Sherwin-Williams. That's the mixture. I had to do those side by side. So all together, you come out much cheaper if you just make it yourself at the end of the day. And again, mind you, if you're going with a gray screen, you have to understand you're going to have shortcomings. You're not going to pick up contrast. You're not going to pick up color. You're going to be, it's your dedicated theater room setup. You're going to be splashing light all over the environment. That's what's going to happen at the end of the day. You can't see contrast. Not going to happen, not even in the dark. I don't care how much money you pay for a projector. You're not picking it up. Now mind you, we're doing this in the dark. God forbid if I turn the lights on, you know what's going to happen. Not going to pick up. All right. There you go. Let's go over to, let's see, it's supposed to, Mr. Burp, we need more than that. I got more than that for you. How about we go over to the color purple screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
Let's see if we can pull up a purple screen. Now, that's us. Mike, that's us. This is y'all at the end of the day. I'm not saying y'all as in all y'all have this, but if you do have one of these gray screens, this is you at the end of the day. You don't pick up jack at all, period. You don't come up. You know why? There's no contrast in your screen. You can't see a black level. A black level is required to pull color. So a white level is also too, but it has to be a balance. This is where things get complicated, people. Extremely complicated, so follow with me. If you have a light gray screen paint product, right, such like this, you have to have a contrast level in it in order to pick up color. But if your contrast level is too heavy, that means your image comes up too dirty and too dark because your white levels start to fade. But you add more white into it to make up for how heavy the contrast levels, and now your contrast levels start to drop. You kind of see that seesaw of madness going on? There you go. That's what happens. That's exactly what happens. There is no in-between. A gray screen, a mid-gray screen has no in-between anywhere in there. Black screens can pull 100% contrast levels. White screens can pull 100% white levels. Where does the gray screen fall in that? What does it pull at 100%? Nothing. Can't pull contrast level at 100% because it's not black. And it can't pull white level at 100% because it's not white. So what does it pull at 100%? What is the special ability to pull at 100%? Nothing at all. Period. A lot of people don't think about that. You realize that when you develop screen paints for years and years and years, if you put too much black into it to make it like a black screen, then your white levels start to drop and the screen becomes too dark and too dirty. If you put too much white into it, then that means your contrast level starts to drop. And that means your colors start to fade and your contrast fade. So what is the special ability that a gray screen has at the end of the day? White screens can pull 100% white levels, blacks can pull 100% contrast levels. What does a gray screen pull? Nothing. There you go. So we call it the land of limbo. Can't do it. Either you do or you don't. So if you put too much black into it, and we're going to make certain, when we do the black demonstrations with the dark grays, we're going to make certain colors. We're going to break it down, certain colors. And you'll see as we darken it, darken it, darken it, darken it, lighten it, lighten it, lighten it, lighten it, it's a back and forth seesaw of madness. That's what it is. There you go. They have no special abilities at all, period. Some people say it's just the best of both worlds. It's not the best of both worlds. If it was the best of both worlds, they can pull an equal level to a white screen and equal contrast to a black screen. It's something that at that particular time, when these gray screens came out, way back, 7 years back, a lot of with the YouTube gray screen paint products, these particular screens were a little bit popular because at that particular time, black technology didn't exist. Gunmetals didn't exist. They were unheard of at that particular time. So you had a white screen and you had a gray screen. A gray screen was also considered to be, if it was a little bit darker, just a little bit darker, it was considered to be a black screen. A lot of people don't realize that. They labeled them as black screens because there was no such thing as a black screen. It didn't exist. Neither did these dark gunmetals. When diamonds started coming through, that's when people started seeing gunmetal technology. When you ever seen diamonds technology, black diamond, how they did the demonstration, quite impressive. Walked up on stage, he took a sample sheet of black diamond and he moved it around the white screen. Anywhere that screen hit, the image popped up on the screen. When he moved it here, it moved here. So he showed the underwater exhibit, lots of blues in it. And everywhere he moved that screen at, that image popped up all over that screen. That's what put Black Diamond on the map. Because they were able to produce a screen in a fully lit environment. The screen looked just like a TV. It was able to pull up the contrast levels, the colors, everything. Everywhere he moved that image at, that screen showed what it was supposed to really look like on that projector. He showed what the projector potential, what it was designed to do, and what you couldn't see due to the fact you had it on a screen that couldn't produce that level. Ta-da! There you go. That's why when you hear me talk on camera, I don't come on camera not to insult anybody at the end of the day. But when you hear me come on camera, I talk to you because I have knowledge. When you hear other people talk on camera, they have no idea what they're saying in demonstrations. A white screen, a gray screen, a silver screen has the ability to pull better than a black screen in a dedicated theater room and well-lit environments? No, it doesn't even work on venues. This is a venue right here. When we get on that too, because I got plenty of venues in the house when we talk about venue projectors and gray screens, are you getting your money worth at the end of the day? Oh, there's so much stuff we're going to talk about, especially in this environment. But let's get back to these colors real quick. My time is eating up real quick. All right, let's go to bring it down again. Let's get back to that beautiful color we showed off and display our pretty colors. Now I'll show you something here. We're going to go to I like this one right here. Skyworth food demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
Now again, as I said, the background, if I can see my remote control there, we got to pause just in time. Pause right here. I can't explain this enough when I say this. At the end of the day, bring this down a little bit right there. Look at the black technology. If you notice, what does it say in the middle of the screen? It says food 2, right? In the middle of the screen. Now, keep in mind that the black levels, and we're talking about the white levels on Phantom's incredible white levels. With that screen being that dark, you can still see the word food 2 in the center of the screen. You can also see the contrast levels, and you can see in the environment where the screen has canceled out any excess white light in the environment that would bounce off the walls. So you have a technology that has the ability to cancel white light at the same time as producing white light. That allows you to see that food 2 right there in the center of the screen. Now I don't have to be up close to do this. I can come all the way back here, and you can see it right there on the camera, can't you? I don't got to be up close to show that off. Now, let's bring up the other screen, see what we get. They're going to get the food too, but they're not going to get the contrast, and they're going to splash a whole lot of light all over the environment. Watch this at the same time. Look at the curtain, look at the screen. Here we go. So you have dedicated theater rooms. This is going to have you thinking. When you go out to your dedicated theater room, you look at your screen, this is going to have you thinking. All that time when people convince you that these gray screen products are going to be able to give you all, no, they're not giving you nothing. There you go. Now look at it. Where's the contrast level at? Not even there. You can see the food too perfectly, right? You can see it. But where's the contrast level? All right, let's go in here and let's pull up some this video for you. All right. Now, the first thing people argue about when it comes to these white screens or gray screens or whatever, they say, well, Ken, it pulls higher white levels. Well, that's your first mistake right there. The white levels are too high. They're almost the equivalent to a white screen. But I'll show you that too. There we go. Let's pause it right here on the lady right here. All right, look at all that white light. Let's bring our technology down and see if our screen can maintain the white levels. You ever heard of the term snow blind? You ever walk out in the middle of when snow first falls, you walk outside and you can't see anything, everything that your eyes are like shut because there's so much white light coming at you. But what do? You go in the house, you get a pair of dark shades, right? You put that over top of your eyes with just the light just right, so it comes out just right. You look out, you see things much more clear, much more sharper, because you have those sunglasses on. Yeah, same thing equivalent to screens. All that white light that's pushing off the screen, you're washing out your screen. The more higher the venue projector you hit a screen with, the more you're going to wash out even faster. That black technology is like putting on those sunglasses. Now, let's go up close on the screen. Let's get real close on the screen because I want you to see how amazing Phantom's white level technology is. They call that the heightener. Now, I told you at the end of the day, all our technology comes from God, whether you want to believe it or not. Say whatever you want, don't care. I know where my faith stands at. Do you see the magnificent, look at the pinkness on her lips. Look at the color on her shirt. Look at her skin tone. Look at the whiteness in her, the tanness in her skirt. Look at the different foods that are popping off. That's how amazing the technology is on the Phantom. Of course, you're going to have people out there that are going to try to make it seem darker than what it is. This is why we have all these test demonstrations. If you go to my website, I got more test demonstrations than most people have on the websites combined alone, because we can back our product up, and we love showing we can back our product up at the end of the day. I told you, most dangerous screen you can have is a black screen that can produce 100% contrast level and same color, but the white levels are outstanding. And that's what I love about Phantom. Phantom's white levels are freaking amazing. So of course, you see a screen that's getting the most hatred, that's the screen that's feared the most. Phantoms are incredible. People want that black OLED. Everybody wants that black OLED screen. Everybody I talk to wants that jet black OLED. They don't want gray up there. They want a black OLED screen. That's what they want. That's what Phantoms give you. That black technology. Let's continue on. Now, I like this particular part right here. You see how beautiful that piece of, I don't know what I call it, made of fruit. Apparently it's a fruit, I think it's a vegetable. But anyway, you see how beautiful and bright that is? Look how gorgeous that looks. You think you're going to get the same thing because your screen is gray and you think it's going to produce a higher white level? Nah, you don't want that. Let's show you what you're going to get. This is why when I show you demonstrations, I like to show you the colors first. Those solid colors are very important for you to see that. You need to see how your reds, your blues, your greens are coming out. So that way, it's like I'm calibrating your eyes to get ready to see what you need to see. When you see people doing short demonstrations and they're just splashing colors across the screen, that's pretty much at the end of the day, they're just fooling you at the end of the day. Dark environments with a bunch of colors splashing across the screen. So we're in a dark environment. I'll break it down for you. We'll show the solid colors first so you can see, okay, that's how red is looking, that's how blue is looking. And then when I show you the demonstration, you can see what you need to see. See how washed out that image is? We're in the dark. That's how washed out the image is. I told you, most dangerous screen you can have at the end of the day is a screen, a black screen that can receive white light. You need white light in order to pick up color. That's why when we take the screens and we do the black on black demonstrations with black fabrics and stuff like that, the reason why those colors are coming up so dark, the reason why I'm not picking up any white light, because those surfaces can't accept white light at the end of the day. Even at 43, even at 5,000, they don't pick it up. This technology sees it. Let's go all the way up. Give you the full view of what you're going to get from those screen paint products. Now, for those who've been asking me questions like, okay, I got a gray screen paint product on my wall. Can I use your technology and just paint over top of it? Of course you can. We do it all day long. We use this stuff as primer at the end of the day. As a matter of fact, when I built the 50-inch screen in here, we're going to be using Network Gray 773 as primer. It's almost fantastic as primer. Now, I have to put multi-applications on this. Oh, man, wait till I show you how to build a perfectly flat, fixed frame screen for ultra short throw projectors. Because keep in mind, you have to have a perfect flat screen. You want to find out if your walls are crooked in your house? Take an ultra short throw projector, stick it against your wall. If you get a wave in the screen, your walls are crooked. I had a customer one time thought his projector was broken, thought it was busted. Every time we went to hit the wall with it, he said they kept having these waves in it. I said, no, it's because your wall is crooked. That's why. Ultra short throws have to be up against a completely flat surface to work. That's what you have to go through. But yeah, unfortunately, yeah. Now, as you're watching this demonstration, some of you might be saying, but the white screen looks amazing. Keep in mind, as you're looking at the white screen, That's Sherwin-Williams at the bottom in the corner. Keep in mind, that's Hobby Paint over there. You got products up here that are going to cost you $24 to $30 to $40 a gallon to make your screen if you're going down the gray route. And you got products up here that are going to cost you $80 to $89 a quart. Think about that while you're watching all this at the same time. Because I'll have somebody email me, but you don't understand. They looked amazing up there, but did you realize what was laying against the screen the entire time? One's going to cost you $80. One's going to cost you $89 a quart. And the rest of them are going to cost you between $40 to $30 to $24 a gallon. Yeah. There's a lot of eye openers going on the screen right now. A lot going on. So at the end of the day, you are paying too much for a product at the end of the day that you can literally just go to Home Depot and Lowe's. Those who live over in Rome, Italy, France, where you live at, you can pick these up at local stores. You're not paying $70 surcharge for a product that's basically going to do the exact same thing at the end of the day that you can go to any form of Home Depot, Lowe's, or any other place and pick up the same and get a gallon of it at $24 without a surcharge attached to it at the end of the day. Those who live in the U.S., guess what? No shipping charge. Get in your car, pick it up. That's it. That's the exact same thing. We even have our digital and crystal screen paint products. So it's not just him. We got everybody up here. As soon as we have Partey up here, you'll see that too at the end of the day. That whole stacking system nonsense, it does not work at all. You know why? Because if you notice in the demonstration, not to get off topic here, when he displayed the screen, it splashed off the side of his wall in his theater room and matched. I'm pretty sure he didn't go through a four-coat application for the wall in the theater room. So that's a huge red flag. I'm saying, wait a minute, how is it matching up the wall? Again, house paint. If you're on camera saying your product is not a house paint, it's something completely different, and you literally just match house paint in your demonstration by splashing off the side of your theater wall, there you go. There's your red flag right there. We get it down here, it'll match the rest of this stuff too. Let's show you what you're missing. The background, that skillet, it's supposed to be black. It's not supposed to be gray. Look at the color of the meat. That's what you're missing. There you go. That's what you're supposed to be seeing. That skillet is black. Oh, I hate this. I told you what we go through this. Trying to figure out the freaking, yeah. And again, no backlit. And this is our technology, as you can see, roll down. So like I said, we can understand why we're going to have people out there trying to say that our products are too dark, this, that, and the other, because they fear it. You have to. The technology is extremely outstanding. Yeah, you have to fear it. You have to understand. You're dealing with a 7-year-old product. That's what you have on your wall, literally. If it matches digital and crystal screen paint products, that's not a good sign. That's a 7-year-old product. You go back to my old company on the digital and crystal screen paint, you go visit the website we just brought up to show you how to make digital and crystal screen paint products, and you will look at demonstrations and timestamps that went back from 2012, way back, when we were making great products. I remember when I was showing off a demonstration and we had a couple of the naysayers in the room, and every time, oh, you make this black technology. I said, really? You think only thing I make is black technology, right? You do know that the very same product you have on your wall, I made that stuff. And not only did I make it, but I was contracted overseas, 10-year global contract. So someone overseas invested a ton of money to come to all the way down here to the United States, meet it with me, with their lawyers, give me a contract, then take my product, go over there and blast it all over Europe, and all these demonstrations with beta testers and everything. Go look at my old company and see exactly how much publicity I had off my old company when I first started off compared to those two individuals at the end of the day. That's how amazing that technology was in the day, because we were doing stuff that everybody wasn't doing. We were going against Goose Screen. We were challenging all these different companies. We were going into ABS forums and forum sites and challenging them. Yeah, at the end of the day, that's when my product blew up like that at that particular time. That's why when I leave that link there, you can pop in there. You can see stuff in there you will never see any of Crow. I didn't mention names, but Crow or Partake ever display. So when that person came in front of their mouths, I was like, there you go. He got quiet, left the room. Yeah, because the very same product you have on your wall, I made it already 7 years back. Welcome to the future. Let's see what you're missing out of here. Now, if you look at all the beautiful colors, look at the reds, look at the food, look how appetizing that looks. Let's see, let's take that away from you. Look at the table, watch the table go fade away. Look at the fruit, all that's gonna fade and wash away. So getting down to it, can you see color on a gray screen? No, you can't. You're not seeing color at all. Kind of like that Matrix wake up experience, that's what it is. You know, the whole wild thing about the Matrix that I thought was pretty cool, that everything you're doing, you're walking around, you're going to work, you're doing this, you're doing that, and the whole entire time you're hooked up to some incubator somewhere being fed baby food at the end of the day. That kind of reality. This is what gives you reality at the end of the day. That you think because you sit in the dark and you got a 3,000 or 2,800 lumens, this is 43 behind me, by the way. These are venues, these are commercial projectors. That you think at the end of the day that you're actually seeing color. And I'm here to tell you, no, you're not seeing color at the end of the day. Your colors are washed out and they're bland. That's why you're told at the end of the day that you have to calibrate. You can't have lights on in your environment. Your screen is washed out. That's a huge red flag right there. If you can't turn your lights on when your screen is on and you can't maintain your colors without them washing out, that's a huge problem right there at the end of the day. Let me give you an example real quick. Contrast, as I said before, is the hardest. Watch real quick when my screen comes down real quick as I'm talking. Look at the food. Watch it all come to life. Concentrate at the table. Concentrate at the food. It comes up, everything comes to life when it comes down. Look at that. Everything comes to life. Everything comes. Watch the table. Watch the table very carefully. Watch it. See all that red pop back in? That's without calibrating a projector. That's why I don't calibrate. No, you have to calibrate to get your color right. No, you have to calibrate to get your color right. I don't have to calibrate at the end of the day. You do. Let me show you something. Reality check. Now, as I said before, when you have a screen like this, mind you, you gotta be in the dark all the time. You can't have any light in the environment. Your screen is automatically gonna wash out. We got a 60-watt light there in the corner, 60 over here, and 1 over top. If I turn on lights in this environment, just for fun, your screen's gonna wash out. Let's go over to contrast demonstration, because some people swear on these gray screen paint mixes that they are seeing contrast levels. I'm here to show you, you are not seeing jack at the end of the day. Goldfish, black background, screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
This one is harder than the star field because the background must remain black at all times. No white, just straight black with the goldfish moving in and out of it. There you go. Yeah. If your screen had ambient light rejection technology, which it doesn't, gray screens don't have ambient light rejection technology. They don't have it, period. It doesn't work, never going to happen. If your screen has ambient light rejection, you should be able to produce the same image I'm watching right now with the lights on. This is why we request this. Now, if I move my screen up in the dark, do you think you're going to have the same contrast level as the black screen? Let's see. You can't see contrast. I think what's going to hit you naysayers even harder is when you watch this thing being displayed on the P2 and you're going to watch a 2,000,000 to 1 contrast wash out on a gray screen compared to watching a $60 projector. Or we're gonna have two projectors up there. We're gonna have some fun with this thing. Definitely some fun. You're gonna watch a $60 projector produce a better contrast on our technology versus the P2 at 2 million to 1 on a gray screen. And at the end of the day, do you think I'm gonna have this projector down? No, I'm just gonna stay up here. It's in the test room. That's what it's for. We don't need it. Don't have to have it. Don't need it. We downstairs working with other projectors. We don't even need it at the end of the day. Because this shows my customers that I can have I'm not gonna tell you what I'm paying for mine. I can have a projector that powerful upstairs, and we're using it. It's a test unit. That's what we're using it for. We don't require it because our products are designed to make our screens look absolutely, our projectors look absolutely incredible, even if it's a 720p, not required. Where you have to spend the money for that kind of projector at the end of the day because your screen can't pull up. And even when you have that kind of projector, you still can't see color or contrast. Let's bring it down again. Show you our black technology. This is what I'm showing you right from the door. Now, let's go, let me see. I'm gonna leave it there like that. Let's go with the other one. I like the other one. This was more shocking. Let's go 8K Nature Desire.
Getting that from YouTube.
Look at today's trash day too. All right, let's come here.
A city is its spaces. In this space, these 1,300.
Right here, get out of that. All right, that'll work. All right, perfect example. We've seen this demonstration done in the dark. Well, we definitely gonna do this when the P2 gets here. Let's come over here. Let's pause this right there for a minute. Right there. Let me see. Pause it there. It's not gonna make a difference. It's gonna wash out anyway. Let's bring the screen up a little bit better. Right there. Give it a half and half. And there. A little bit more in there. Yeah, no, we need those sample sheets to be shown anyway. Let's put those right there. All right, that's perfect. All right, so as you can see from the end of the day, lights out, you're not picking up jack. Let's go all the way up, show you what you get. This is what's gonna happen to a lot of you not. Your gray screen paints cancel jack. All right, that's what you're picking up. That's your black levels right there. Let's go check out the screens up close, see what we got. We gotta get up close to show you this. All right, here is the digital one, Crystal Screen Paint Silver. Right there, that's the silver, that's ours right there. Over here, this is Crow's Metallica Mix right there. Sorry, Personal Mix. Look at the Personal Mix. It's laying against, now the screen is laying against Sherwin-Williams. That background screen is all Sherwin-Williams, $24, that's it. So you got $80 to $89 versus $24 a gallon. You do the math on that. Over here, we have the Hobby Paint. This is a Hobby Paint right there. What's a Hobby Paint Mix? That's Hobby Paint, Sherwin-Williams, and white powder. Can't tell you what that is, sorry about that. Over here, we have the Metallica Mix right here. This is laying against the Hobby Paint Mix. We did the Hobby Paint Mix right here. Over here, straight Hobby Paint. Nothing in it, just Hobby Paint squeezed out of a tube. That's it. Now, some people looking at this will think of this, look at this and say, oh, but that's a contrast level. That's pulling a black level. Again, what did I explain to you when it comes to OLED demonstrations? Look at the background. The background tells the entire story whether or not your projector sees contrast or not. That is supposed to be pitch black dark. That's how OLED demonstrations are done. And I'll show you. Because our screen produces a 100% black level, it'll pick it up. Look at the background. Don't pay any mind to the woman. Look at the background. And you'll see the whole thing come to life in front of you. You have to know what you're looking at when you look at projection screen setup. Some people don't know. I understand it's your first time buying a screen for the first time. You don't know what to look at. I've been in the field for a while. That's why when I roll over somebody's video, I start laughing. You giggle in the back. I'm like, oh, no. We've done that one wrong. Yeah, because I'm not sitting there telling you something I'm telling you something without backing it up. Unlike the two individuals that come on there and tell you things like, oh yeah, you can use a silver screen, a gray screen. No, you can't use it for dedicated. Are you crazy? Lost your mind? Even Screen Innovation will tell you that you can't do that at the end of the day. You have to have a dark screen to cancel out all that light. Now, this is in the dark. Keep in mind, imagine, if you will, this is your living room. And you're watching a regular TV show. You wanted this dark in your living room? All right, let's just turn on some basic lights. Let's see what happens to your screen. Let's see if you can maintain the somewhat decent contrast level, or actually shades of gray, that you can maintain. Let's see what happens if we turn on one light. That's a 60-watt light bulb over there in the corner. Let's see what happens if we turn on a 60-watt light bulb. That's how fast your screen just washed out. 60-watt light bulb with a shade on it. That's how fast your screen washed out. Can't be in the dark. We're sorry, you can't be in a well-lit environment. Look at our screen at the top. No problem. I'll take the 60-watt light bulb and stick it way back over here in this corner over there. That's where I'm gonna put it at. I'll put it way over there in the corner, over there now. Look at that. Look how fast your screen washed out. Let's take another light. Let's turn another one on. Let's turn this one over here. All right. Got another 60 watt going off right over there in the corner, way over there. Nowhere near the screen at all. Look how fast your screen washes out. Let's turn on the overhead lights. That's why you have to be in the dark. Can't see contrast at the end of the day. For our technology, can see contrast with no problem. Because these are ambient light rejection technology, that's why. At 4,300 lumens commercial projector, you cannot pick up contrast in a hooded environment. Usually most people, when they can't pick up any light, or they can't pick up a bright image, or something doesn't pull, they think the lumen count is too low. So what they'll do is they'll upgrade the lumen count. The lumen count is not going to help you. You can't see it. This screen's still washed out. Even if you have an ultra short throw projector, my projector sits back around 10 to 12, 11 feet from the screen. Even if you have an ultra short throw at 2 feet, 2 inches, you're not going to pick up. Red screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
There you go. That's why your colors wash out. You can't even see proper colors in a photo environment. Too dark in here. So let me see if we drop it down a little bit here for you. Let's see if we can help you out. So what we'll do is we'll take out the overheads. See how fast your environment's going to change. Mine, this is going to be your living room. This is your living room. Right now, your family get together, gathering, all that good stuff. 4,300 lumens. Mind you, the P2 is what? It's 2 feet, 2 inches from the screen. We're at around 11 feet, 10 to 11 feet from the screen. P2 is at 3,000 lumens. We're at 43. This is commercial. That's a home theater projector. You can't pick up on a commercial projector. There's only problems at the end of the day. All right, let's take out the light on this side. Bring it up a little bit more so you guys can see where you're at. There we go. All right, let's take out the light on this side. Because you can't have this one on. All right, now your environment gets a little darker. This is where your environment's turning into bit by bit by bit. You got that one light in the corner. Still, you got too much light in the environment, so you're gonna have to turn that one off too. This is what your environment has become at the end of the day. Now, some people, they try to put a little light in the environment. They put some backlit lights behind the back of the screen and brighten them up to give a little light in their environment. Yeah, that's nice. That's real nice, especially if you got an ultra short throw and it's designed for a family setting. That's gonna work out just great. Let's go over here real quick. Let's get ourselves a slow color change out.
Getting that from YouTube.
For whatever the day throws your way, there's Freshly. Chef-made meals delivered fresh, ready in just 3.
That's not good. I'm gonna take me a seat over there and relax. Wow, look at these screens wash out. That's pretty much what's going on. Ugh. Sitting there washing out. Starfield screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
Let's go pull some contrast levels in. You don't speak up contrast for Jack. You're not gonna pick it up. That's not going to pop up. Let's go with that New York City skyline. See if I'm doing here. So as you can see with the Gray Screen Paint products, no matter what you choose at the end of the day, you ain't seeing nothing at the end of the day. You can't pick up color, you can't pick up contrast, and if you're in a dedicated theater room, you're not picking up jack at the end of the day, nothing. Even in the dark, you're picking up nothing. Lights on, you're picking up nothing. We're gonna do one 60-watt light bulb in the corner, that's it. That's all we're gonna put on, nothing more, nothing less. That's it. That's all we got on is 60-watt light bulb in the corner, that's it. So just with that little bit of light in the environment, this is what you just turned the screen into. Now, when I see the demonstrations with these products, and they'll have all these lights lined up all over the screen, that image is so washed out, it's not even funny. Some people feel at the end of the day, as long as the image will pop up, it's considered to be acceptable. It's not acceptable. How in the world you spend that much money for a projector and it's that washed out at the end of the day? It's supposed to be a perfect image from corner to corner to corner, just like when you turn the TV on. Like I said, you go buy yourself a $15,000 OLED TV, you come home, you open up that box and half of that screen is faded and washed out. You think you're going to keep that at the end of the day? You're going to take that thing back to the store. It's not supposed to look that way. So when you're watching demonstrations and people have all these lights, you know what I'm talking about, hitting the screen, and they're saying, look, it's taking in all that light. It's supposed to take in all that light and still produce a beautiful image at the same time. Just like when you display meters, meters display how much light is in the environment. But because you can have like a maxed out zone, say you have a maxed out zone, and your screen looks like this at the bottom, and you're saying, oh, but it's taking it. No, it's not taking it. At the end of the day, you're measuring how much light you have in the environment, but the screen still has to produce a perfect image in the environment while the meters are triggering off. It's supposed to look like the one at the top, with a maxed out zone, not the one at the bottom. Because at the end of the day, if you spend $3,000 for a projector, even $1,500 for a projector, whatever you pay for it, at the end of the day, you don't want this at the bottom. You want this at the top. I can never understand it. I watch the demonstrations all the time. The screen would be washed out like I don't know what, and they'll go, well, the image looks good. No, it doesn't. It looks like crap at the end of the day. I would go and buy myself a TV set before I would watch that nonsense. That is not acceptable. Where is that going to accept? Because you can see the image? No, no. This is what you're supposed to be seeing. And this is what bugs me about ambient light controlled environment demonstrations. Ugh, to no end. See that little light we have in the corner over there? Remember I told you about if you had the shades? Okay, for a perfect example. This is a perfect example. Remember I told you when you have shades on your lamp, the light only has two ways to disperse, up and down? That's a perfect example of what's going on over there. You have a little bit of light that pushes up from side to side. But this is one of the things I hate about fake ambient light demonstrations. You see that little bit of light in the corner. Some people will consider that to be ambient light projection. It has, oh my goodness. I can go on about this, but I don't want to go on and on about this because we have to keep this at the topic, right? There's just so much stuff. Stuff I watch in demonstrations, just simple stuff to do, and just seeing how it triggers me. I'm seeing how these fake demonstrations. But when someone's doing an ambient light projection demonstration, they have the light way over there, and they go, "Oh, but this is ambient light projection technology." No, it's not ambient light projection technology because the average consumer environment is not going to be this dark at the end of the day. What happens if somebody puts a second light over there? Well, how's this going to affect the screen? Or if they put an overhead light, how that's going to affect the screen? That's why we do demonstrations downstairs in a max out zone. There's so much physical light down there that, and if you did turn on a light, it's not even going to affect the screen because the physical light that's in the environment is already taking out the light, taking out the screen itself. So if I take these lights right here and I stick them downstairs in the basement, you think they're going to affect the screen over compared to that high power fluorescent light sticking in my ceiling? No, that thing's going to overshadow these lights like it ain't nothing. That's the reason why we do demonstrations down there. Because if this screen can fire up downstairs, which it has with no problem, then we bring it up here, it's a freaking cakewalk. But when people do demonstrations where they have a little bit of light there in the background, that is, I gotta do a topic on that. See, here's the reason why my videos take so long. There's just so much stuff you're supposed to see. When you're watching these demonstrations, you see these little lights in the background. It's not ambient light projection technology. Okay, let's move on with this because this is gonna start me off on a whole section. Boy, we get the ambient light projection technology. Mrs. Bird's gonna go on a rant because man, I'm gonna be watching other people's demonstrations, and I will be watching your demonstrations at the end of the day. You do not produce ambient light projection. Another thing too, for the individual who keeps pointing to his window and his door, the window and door has nothing to do with the ambient light that's near your screen, because the environment where your screen is sitting at, see how dark where the screen is sitting at? None of that light is making contact with the screen. Just because you point at the door doesn't mean it's making contact with the screen. Take your screen and stick it in the door and then do that demonstration. Because then you'll have the window light right against the screen and you'll have the door light coming right across the screen, which we do in our demonstrations. We did the old door demonstration. Do that instead. Number one, you have a huge cabinet in front of your windows. You need to move that entire cabinet out of the way so there's nothing blocking the windows at all. That's why I can't stand when I watch demonstrations where people call themselves doing ambient light projection in their windows. They have blinds that are on a slant. Where you have a blind on a slant, it means when the light's coming through, it's hitting the slant, it's going straight down, but it's giving the illusion that there's light coming through. There's no light coming through at all, period. There's a little bit of light coming through, but if I can't see objects on the opposite side of the blinds, that means your blinds aren't fully open like this. That means they're on a slant. When the light hits it, it's going to put it down straight, and you're just going to get the illusion there's light pushing through. That's it. Another trick they have in the book. Having a window with obstacles in the window is another one to try to block as much ambient light that's being pushed in. Crow, you're known for doing this. You are definitely known for doing this. I don't even know why you take the time to take the camera to point at it. You have a huge display case right there in front of your windows. That is blocking the ambient light that's pushing through. And so if there's any physical light coming through that window, it would have hit your screen and you would have seen the light, the corners of your walls illuminated. This is why I can go in and break down your demonstration so fast, because there's so many bad points in it at the end of the day. That, not ambient light projection. It's not enough light in here to do it. We don't need all this in. This in here is called basic ambient light. This is basic, this is normal. What we have down in the basement is insane. This is how well lit the environment should be. So when I go watch a demonstration, I'm looking at the corners. That's what I'm staring at in the environment. If you had that much physical light coming in from the door, it would have hit the side of your wall, it would have caught your corners, that whole wall would have been lit up. We gotta have a talk about that one day. We're almost done with this one. AK Desired Nature 4K. I said AK should be
Getting
8K.
that from
I don't
YouTube.
know what's going on that one. Did I hand it? I said when I tried it, it's any other time I can't hit it, but I can just make this small to see if it just picks up, but who knows?
You deserve a kiss. Mind if I give that kisses made up shoulders for you? And you.
Oh yeah, when we get into the whole, be warned, when we get into the whole environment, ambient light thing, yeah, Mr. Bird's gonna go on a rant, because I can't stand videos who do those fake demonstrations with that little light in the corner. They go, look, it's ambient light projection. It is not ambient light projection. It's not. By far, no, it's not. You want to see real ambient light projection? Go to my website, and the first videos you see, you scroll down, are my images outside. That is 100% ambient light projection technology. You want to see what elite screens, you want to see what ceiling light projection looks like? Go to my website and look at my screen displaying 150-inch off a ceiling with a ceiling light in the center of it. You can't get any more ceiling light projection than that. And you call this ambient light projection. So it's like, can go on and on about it. Let's get some other item in here for a minute. And we got that. Hold on. I need to go up on that one. I need their videos real quick. Yeah, we'll go to that channel. I don't even know why they put that option in there. If you're going to go to the channel, go to the channel. You have to ask somebody to actually go to the channel. Like, what would you even need it there to begin with? It's unnecessary stuff that they put in there sometimes. I wonder why. At the end of the day, like I said, OLED. This is what this. Anytime I have somebody, when I have people come up to the house from time to time, I'm to the Blue Moon. I have some friends pop over, and they consider these to be OLEDs. They're black screens. The first time I had somebody come over and they saw the acoustic screen, they didn't see the projector. They were like, "It's the biggest TV I've ever seen in my life." I was like, "No, that's a projection screen." Now, mind you, you're not used to seeing black screens. When I fired that projector up, I don't think I could have got that guy to leave at the end of the day. There's so many questions you had to ask. Because you're used to seeing these screens in gray and you're used to seeing them in white. Remember, background must always remain in black. I didn't get any gaming done on the big screen. No, that's what I'm going to do. Gaming. No gaming done. Nothing. Went downstairs, watched a 4-hour documentary on the World Fair. Wow, that was interesting. Woke up in the middle of that one. Usually I have documentaries running the entire time downstairs. I literally woke up in the middle of a documentary for the World's Fair. Didn't know it was that many. I thought the only World's Fair they had was in New York City. Apparently they had them all over the world. When it was World's Fair, I guess, yeah, it was World's Fair, but it was crazy, man. I mean, like I said, I like to watch that dark history. Man, it's crazy. Absolutely crazy, man. Human races, whew, man. You ever seen that meme where they show up what's the guy's name? I forgot his name. The guy who played the Green Goblin in Spider-Man. I forgot his name. But anyway, there's a meme of him actually coming out of freaking Walmart with the most disturbing look on his face. And at the bottom of the meme it says, "I walked into Walmart just to get chips and dip and came out contemplating the fate of the human race." Yeah, Walmart would do that to you. Everybody knows that. If you've been in Walmart, if you've been in one of the special Walmarts, You know the special Walmarts, right? I'm not getting to that, but the special Walmarts. Those are the ones that are open up 24/7 in the middle of nowhere, where you will actually see stuff and memes that you were like, I've never seen that in a Walmart before, because you're not the right one. You gotta go to a 24-hour one. Put it around like 1 and 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning. See what happens. Check a camera with you. You'd be some crazy. I didn't think they existed. I thought the memes were fake at first. Until one day I had to do something. A friend came over from DR and we had to go. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning. We had to go to a Walmart to go get this air mattress for this girl, and walked up in there. I was like, wow, it does freaking exist. Yeah, you just have to be in at the right time, and the right hour, and the right Walmart. But yeah, it was pretty cool. All right, let's see. Anything else want to go from here? It's basically make sure we covered everything for you guys. We got everything done from there. Take our lights on here back again. We're going to go to the dedication section over here on the website. So what we're doing on the website, we're just trying to answer all your questions, the videos and stuff like that. That's what these videos are for. That's why if you're seeing like 10 and 12 videos popping up, these are all being directed to the website, all to the website. This is information so my customers come in, if they say, okay, what about painting on fabric? We got that demonstration right there for you. There's going to be a do-it-yourself page, which I have to build today, the do-it-yourself page. This is going to be part of teaching you how to use grommet machines to make your own grommet projection screens using our technology. Everything we want to have in there is how to utilize our technology in the best way possible to get the best bang for your buck. We're going to have a section there on how to navigate and get good projectors off eBay, what to watch out for, what you don't want to run into at the end of the day, what to be careful for, especially when it comes to pictures and how they take pictures. Yeah, I've had a couple of them take pictures on a slant. If you know what that means, they say it's HDMI, but when they take the pictures of the back of it, the camera will be on a slant, so you can barely see what's over there. You can't see if it's HDMI or not, or if it's USB or something like that. That's why I say just go to Projector Essential, look it up, it'll tell you specifications. Distance calculator, which we have to put on the website anyway. We have to put a distance calculator on there for you guys. Projector Essential is the best. I think it's the best for basically building your own customized screens. Stuff like that, you know what I mean? I was showing you how to take the Sherwin-Williams and how to use it as a primer for priming your screen, so you add multiple coats to, you can actually stiffen the fabric, and what kind of fabric you want to use to get that board-like kind of stiff surface. It's a special fabric for it to do it. But stuff like that. All right, let me see if we got anything else we got to do. Oh, we're past time. We're way past time. Way past time. All right, hope you enjoyed the video demonstration. The demonstration just basically showing you at the end of the day that the Gray Street Paint products, and I know we got some people out there probably never even heard of some of these products out here. Some people will go to Home Depot or Lowe's, pick up a gallon of gray paint, paint their wall with it. At the end of the day, they really think that they're picking up contrast levels. They think they're picking up colors. I'm here to tell you at the end of the day, you're not picking up anything at all whatsoever. If you're saying, well, look, I saw it on somebody else's site. Well, look, on somebody else's site, we've seen the same thing. Dark environments, constant dark environments. And on top of that, they have to use high-end projectors to make the product look good. Keep in mind, we're going to have one here too also. So all that nonsense, uncalibrated. We're going to have an uncalibrated P2. Next month, we'll have it up in here. I'm going to get the room set up for it. And we're going to have it at 140 to 150 inch surface. So we're going to do all the experimenting on that projector we could possibly think of, and we're going to have a new batch of the Cinemax down there. As I said before, this person want to go into the complaining about labels and all that stuff. Okay, no problem. We'll go in. We erased everything out of here. All that stuff is in the trash. We gotta go take trash out right now. All that stuff is in the trash. We'll place an order for another one. We'll come in. We'll do the unboxing all over again. We'll do the demonstrations all over again, just to show you at the end of the day, even when the second time around, it did the exact same thing as the first time around. No change whatsoever. You will not know where it's coming from. You will not know who's placing the order. You will not know when the order will be placed at all, period. Do not expect it to be this month. It could be this month. It could be next month. It could be 2 months from now. Doesn't make a difference. It's going to be ordered, but we have to do it in a way where it has to be done special. Mind you, this is an individual who has canceled on us multiple times, even after giving us an agreement to order from him. When we did place an order, made an agreement online, and sent this down a black product. So he's not a person that can be trusted at the end of the day. So we have to have somebody go in and place the order for us to do it. And the person who's placing the order cannot place the order twice, because he goes through his orders to see who's ordering this. I'm pretty sure he's going to be high alert for anything that's coming through with the order next to Cinemax. So it's a shame you have to go through that, but it just shows you if we have to go through all that just to get the product here, something's wrong with it. All right, that being said, I gotta go. Thank you for your time. This is gonna be, I gotta log this onto the website. Yesterday was a tiresome day. I did so many videos yesterday, but we had to fill up the site. I need a form to fill the site and we're done. What do we have to do after this one? We have just to do, oh, we're gonna do an ambient light. We're gonna be talking about ambient light and all that stuff, but I gotta be in the dark for that one because we have to do lights on and lights off slowly bit by bit. So you can see exactly what a real ambient light projection environment is supposed to look like. Now mind, the one we got downstairs is insane. That's a max out zone. Usually only people down there are going to be using that kind of lighting. At the end of the day, it's going to be either companies or a business, churches, stuff like that. Schools are going to be using that kind of lighting. That's what that lighting is downstairs for. It's a high fluorescent lights. I wish I can talk to somebody and get 3 more of those put in. Yeah, I said 3 more there. I would like to put 3 more in to see if our screens can take it. I want a kill switch in there. I can go back and forth on which one's like 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I wonder if I can talk to somebody about getting that done. That would be really nice to put more light down there. All right, that being said, let me get out of here. I got things to do. We got to get back here. We got the things we're going to do. And got to go in. God bless.